Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to a weird episode, I guess, of Monday Night Live. Hopefully there won't be any big audio issues because everything's a lot simpler. The weather's super nasty outside here in Missouri, and it's icy, and Chris is in Georgia, and I just didn't want to get out. So we're just hanging at home for a little bit. So Chris is going to pop in here, I think, in a little bit, and I think he's at a brewery right now, and I believe he said that I think he's going maybe to a distillery next door. I don't know where in Georgia he is, but I don't know. That sounds like something your grandpa would say, like, "Where in Georgia are you?" Yeah, so welcome. I guess it's a weird thing to be here by myself, but I'll get started with how we usually get started, which is saying what we're drinking. So I raided my fridge and pulled out an always trusty Tank 7 from Boulevard. If you guys have not had this beer, it's just such a good standard beer. It's 8.5%, I think. Just killer stuff. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Tyler. There's my wife sitting here in the other room, but still watching here. And yeah, I'll support myself a little glass of Jim Beam White Label, standard. Chris's go-to Beam. I'm more partial to the Black Label and the Double Oak, but this is what I had in the cabinet. So, cheers. Let me know what you're drinking. And Chris can catch up here in a little bit. So, yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys had a good week. It's been a crazy week for us. We I don't know if you saw last Monday's live stream, but we got maybe slightly carried away. And I broke a beer, I dropped a beer, so something was spilled as per the usual. Yeah, and then we went to Brown Derby International Wine Center on Wednesday and talked with one of the guys there and did a little tequila tasting. So that episode should be coming up fairly soon. But, yeah, it's weird not having Chris here to bounce off of. I don't know what I'm doing. I do have a couple of articles I wanted to share with you guys. And I expect we'll hear from Chris here shortly. This is something. I don't know where you guys are in tequila, right? If you've watched our episodes on tequila stuff from the beginning, you probably like maybe hopefully took that journey with us where it wasn't just like horrible Cuervo tequila, and you're like, oh, there's some good shit here. So that's kind of where we are. We just had one that we did called Tequila Ocho, and there's Chris. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in. Hey, man.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Good. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be seen.
I was just getting ready to share this article that I found on a tequila that we just did.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you do that. I just got set down, and I haven't even got a drink in my hand yet.
Oh,
so
go get yourself a drink.
I'm going to do that, and I've got some information coming my way and some cool stuff, and
all right,
the place I'm sitting in.
Nice. Okay, so we'll roll through this this tequila thing real quick. So we just had Tequila Ocho, which so we'll blow this up real quick. I don't know, ads are everywhere. Boy, Tom Cruise is popping up everywhere. So this tequila we had, I want to say we had it a couple months ago. We I'm gonna mute him. So we had this tequila a couple months ago, but we didn't do a review of it and just sat on the shelf for a long time. And then we finally did a review of it, and we knew it was good when we first had it, but it turned out to be better the second time. It's super interesting, these guys. They've only been around since 2008. We have I think it's an anejo. They mention it down here somewhere. Let's see. Let's see. They're super specific on where they got the agave from. Tequila Ocho comes from, the name comes from 8 kilograms of blue agave that goes into almost every bottle. And the one we had, somewhere down here, was aged in rum barrels and cognac casks. And, well, I've lost it now. I don't know where it is in here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. This, though, right here, that describes that so perfectly. The one we had didn't have a lot of chocolate or any of this other stuff, but man, the vanilla and cherry notes were just creamy ice cream stuff. Just really delicious. So, anyways, if you get a chance to try Tequila Ocho, go grab yourself a bottle. I want to say it's like $80 maybe on the low end. So it's not, she ain't cheap, but it's worth it. So Chris will be back here in just a second with some stuff. Looks like he's in a true Georgia distillery. So, yeah. What, have you guys been drinking anything lately that's like really popped open your taste buds? Let me know in the comments if you've had anything. Other than that, if Patrick's still around, now it's the time to rub salt in the wound with the Chiefs' loss yesterday at the Super Bowl. So, but I don't know if you guys are Chiefs fans or not. Football fans. I don't know. Let's see where Chris is. I'm not used to being here by myself. This is a weird deal. But I am happy that I'm here because it's nasty outside. So, you want to take bets on what he's ordering? I can almost guarantee you he's asking them if they make a gin because he's been on a gin kick lately. I want to put like speech bubbles, like thought bubbles, right above his head there, you know. But yeah. All right. Let's see. Jared sipping Buffalo Trace. So this we just got a bottle of Buffalo Trace, Jared. You know, because I texted you. For some reason, you like Buffalo Trace gets hard to find, and I don't know why. Because I don't think it's that good. But I saw a bottle, I picked it up. The price is fine, but I don't know. We're gonna do an actual, honest-to-God review. I'm not sure why the review hasn't been on the show so far, but it's there. So, all right, Patrick's here. Let's talk some football. Patrick, as you know, from most weeks, Patrick's on here. Patrick has a podcast. Let me take his comment down so you can see his logo. Up the Gut podcast on YouTube. They go into all things football and just really, really delve into it. It's amazing the stats they have on Derrick Henry. It's just they know everything about the dude. What team he plays for. End of list. So, let's see. Let me throw that back up there because I wasn't able to read it. Oh. Yeah. So, Evan Williams, as you know, like probably it won our blind budget bourbon test. Not a bad thing. Let's see. You're drinking a whiskey sour with egg white? All right. Chris raves about that. I've not had that one. And then back to football. Oh. I knew there's a Derrick Henry joke in there somewhere. There had to be. So, yeah, it was a rough game. I think that I don't think we played particularly well. But I think there were some shining moments. I don't know. I do think that there are some bogus calls. There always are. I don't know. It just sucks when it's that big of a game on the line and they like start throwing calls that pretty questionable. Oh, Chris is ordering a whiskey sour with egg white. I bet that's actually probably true. He's probably asked them if they have that as well. So, and Russ. So this is interesting. If you like, if that's your like go-to whiskey, which honestly, that single barrel Evan Williams for us we're kind of right there with you. We think it is a gorgeous bottle of bourbon for the price point. It's like $35 a fifth, and it's easily a $50 whiskey in our opinion. But we're starting to not be able to find it around here. So take that into consideration. Next time you're at the store, you might want to pick up a second one. What I heard for our area is that they've been out for quite a while, that 20 cases were coming into the area and that they would all go to liquor stores and probably be gone pretty quick. So I think that might be one of those bourbons that we talked about Buffalo Trace being hard to find and kind of like not existing on the shelves because of rarity. And I think that Evan single barrel might actually deserve that thing. So, hey, Alvy, how's it going? Let's see. Oh, sad, Russ. Sad. Makes me so sad. But yeah, I don't know. Or no, are we just guessing that, or did Chris like snap you that he was drinking all the gin that was available? Oh, he's taking a long time ordering. That is Chris, right? I think that's Chris. Oh man, no, it's kind of an interesting thing. So with little boutique distilleries like that. I assume this is a boutique distillery. It's I don't know, like so many people are getting into the game of distilling that I think there could be some really good stuff down the road. I'm not sure that a lot of them are there yet, but they're getting close. They're getting close. Maybe this is one of the unicorns. So, oh yeah, sure, man. Yeah, we'll talk football. Let's see here. Let me send you an invite real quick. While we watch Chris build a rocket. Oh man, let's see here. Pardon me, guys. Give me just a second here. All right. Patrick, if you want to swing on and school me on some football stuff, because I don't know. It's hard as a Chiefs fan. You know, obviously there was a lot of calls that like I did not like that seemed bogus to me, but maybe there's a legitimate like football reason for it. I don't know. So we'll get Patrick on here shortly and talk some football. Yeah. Oh, let's see. What else do we got here? I'll do this while Chris is away. Chris hates this stuff. But I'm super excited about it. I'm going to share this little article real quick. Let's see. Where is it? No, I don't. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. All right. So Chris notoriously hates non-alcoholic beers, spirits. He just thinks they're completely pointless. I, on the other hand, think that there is a time and a place where you want beer, but you don't necessarily need or want the extra alcohol boost, right? So we did Sober October. We did a bunch of NA drinks, right? And most of them, frankly, just weren't very good. We did a hop tea from Hoplark that was pretty decent if you kept in mind that it was basically tea with a little hoppiness to it. But this one, where is it? Let's see. These, now I've been getting ads from Athletic Brewing like crazy, probably because I talk about NA beer. But I think that there's a total like reason to have this. Oh, Suntory. All right. Interesting. Okay, so here's the other thing that like, there it is right there. 0 calories. That's what I'm interested in with NA stuff. Because if I'm going to drink a non-alcoholic beer, there better not be calories to it. But most of them have calories. Most of them are like 100 calories. So that's good. I've heard, boy, they're really with it with the ads, aren't they? So Lagunitas has a thing called hop water, but this is not that, I don't think. But see, here we go. 100 calories in that one. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to try it, but at that point, it does become a thing of like, do you just have a soda? What do you do? I don't know. What do you do there, you know? Let's see. Grain Wave. All right. 77 calories. But THC infused. All right. Now we're moving in a different direction. All right. I'll take that. Surreal. Okay. Kolsch. This gets down to 17 calories. That's we're getting there. This is the one that everyone is raving about for NA stuff. Heineken. So we're going to have to get some of these on the show and just try them. This brewery, we actually did. We did their oatmeal stout. And it was okay, I guess. But it's still, I don't know. Not my thing. Brewdog, and then let's wrap up here with whatever the hell this one is. Santa Claus. something. All right. Whatever. There's some stuff that Chris probably will never try. Oh, Patrick, no, I didn't. I sent it to your Facebook. Let's see. I hope that's you. Let's see. Let me get that over to your. No, Patrick. Yeah, you can just come in on StreamYard. That's fine. There we go. Oh man. Is he doing food photography over there? What's Chris doing? Nuts, man. Nuts. Yeah. I get where you're coming from. I think you're right on that. I guess so. My wife right now is expecting, so she can't drink. There are times that, like I said, when I want a beer, but I don't want the calories, or I don't want to have to worry about how many I had. So, all right, let's bring in Patrick here. Hey, man.
Hey, what's happening?
Not much. This is so weird.
This is a very homey show.
Right. I don't know. So Chris was out of town, and originally we were going to have a guest host in. But the weather here, the roads are all iced up and everything. And now that said, I'm 2 minutes from the studio, but I'm also lazy and I've been in my sweats all day. So
No, I'm with you. We the kids are out of school for the second day in a row up here. So
nice. So you're the football dude. Walk me through some of this. So
ultimately, Kansas City. This game reminded me of the AFC Championship game against Buffalo, except you guys played the part of Buffalo. Your offensive line just kind of failed. And then did the refs have some bad calls? 100%.
So that's what I want to talk about, because everything that everything that I'm seeing from friends that are Chiefs fans, right, is that and I think I agree with this pretty well, that they played a fairly shitty game, right? The Chiefs, they weren't great, but those handful of calls were still bad. Maybe not game-changing calls, but those two pass interference calls were bogus, right?
Should have been either illegal contact downfield or holding, but it shouldn't have been spot foul pass interference, because those balls weren't catchable. So
yeah.
And the holding wasn't that. I think there's a holding penalty in there too that wasn't holding. If anything, it was. I don't know. Even that first one they threw the pass interference, it should have been incidental contact. It shouldn't have been a flag at all, because it was just some good selling by Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Run.
I watched it in slow mo and I was like, yeah. Talk to me real quick about the that one altercation with Brady. Was that? I do like the look of that.
I didn't know he was running the football podcast. I'm sorry. Am I interrupting?
I got along. I'm like, hey, I'll come in here while Chris is ordering everything at the bar.
I got your text and I was like, that's fine, Patrick. I'll be back in a minute. And I get over here and you're already here.
Yeah.
Hey, so check this out, though.
Okay.
I am at John Emerald Distillery in let me see. Look at the name again. Opelika. Was that right? That's right. Opelika, Alabama.
Alabama? I thought you were in Georgia. Why did I think you were in Georgia?
Because he said he was going to be in Georgia.
Georgia's right here somewhere. It's the next county over or something. I don't know. Because I have to be in here first thing in the morning, and then I'm going to Georgia. Yeah. I start here first thing in the morning, and then I got to run to Georgia, then run back here, and then I'll end up in Little Rock tomorrow night. So, but anyways, That's neither here nor there. I want you to look real close to this. I don't know if the camera's backwards of that or not. What's that say, Lyle?
You're too fuzzy. I can't read anything. It looks like there's a bird or a badger?
It's muscadine brandy.
Oh, All right.
Oh, yeah. It's also pretty dang good. I didn't know you could get a muscadine grape outside of Arkansas. And Caroline, you see back over in that corner over there that's making all our drink stuff. I'm sorry, my drink stuff, because you ain't here. She informed me that muscadines are everywhere down here, and now I'm just absolutely enthralled that we suddenly can get muscadine, other things. I love muscadine. I think it's an amazing grape, so I'm very tickled of that. Here's the other super unique thing that I found down here.
I can't read it.
It says Casa. So yeah,
That's Alabama tequila. That's 100% blue agave liquor. But I guess apparently they don't want to call it tequila because it's not in Mexico.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, tequila has to be made in Mexico, right?
I don't know. I actually did not think that was true, but maybe that might be wrong. That might be wrong. So, anyhow, they didn't.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I know most of them come in from the Oaxaca Mountains or Oaxaca, whatever we decided we called it. They've got about how many different bottles do we say?
We have 11.
11 different spirits. Yeah, thank you. That's right.
All right.
Spirits here. And I'm going to try to sample as many as they're going to let me sample. And again, we're down here at John Inlet. So if you guys want to look at I sent you a list of everything they had, or I sent you a quick Snapchat if you'll look at it. Patrick, I didn't think to send you one, but
I never
if
look
you
at Snapchat.
Want anything, I sent it to you and Jared and Colby. If anybody wants anything, I'll happily pick it up while I'm down here.
Yeah.
The prices are pretty reasonable. Most of them go in between $20 and $30 a bottle, with the exception of a couple of them. It's about $45. So
are you bringing one back for the show?
Well, I mean, I'm probably going to grab something here once I get through the sampling. I'm very, very interested in their gins right now. So that's the ones I'm going to go down through.
We could use some of your gins at the studio, yeah.
So this
Doublewood Rye?
You correct me. Come on here. Come on. That way, if I'm wrong. This is Caroline.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
So, I'll let you give this, Bill. This is the first legal distillery in Alabama, right?
So this is the first distillery that legally brewed? That's wrong. Distilled whiskey in Alabama since Prohibition.
Okay. All
we're
right.
the first. Yeah. But
so,
I've got a lot of samples for you, man.
So the one, what's the dadgummit? Rocktown. Okay, sorry, I couldn't think of that. Yeah. Rocktown in Arkansas was the first legal one in Arkansas. So now I've got 2 of the states knocked out for first legal distilleries.
48 to go, man.
48 to go. That's right. Unless they get Puerto Rico in this year, then 50.
Yeah. Start adding up. So what? Caroline, right? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so like what?
Caroline and Alabama, right? I thought the same thing.
What led you guys to like branch out into so many different spirits? Like, I mean, like I saw you had a rye, you got a tequila, right? An agave,
Doublewood rye,
a brandy. Like what inspired all that? That's a pretty big range of spirits to tackle.
It is, yeah. So they started off with the single malt whiskey. That was the one that they got down first. And then they moved to the Elizabeth vodka.
Okay.
And that is just, it's actually cheaper than Tito's. So that's kind of how we're cool. And then gin kind of came right along with that. And then it's just kind of been a beautiful uphill from there, you know?
Okay. Awesome. Now, so you guys have been rocking them for quite a while, probably?
Yeah, we've been around for 6 years.
Okay. All right. Nice. Yeah. And things are going well, I assume.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And there's literally a brewery next door.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty nice place.
It's nice.
Well, I was thinking is like all these like sort of distilleries are cropping up right now, and I think people are just beginning to like find them, you know, if that makes sense. So awesome.
All right, I just had their plain gin, and it's got a nice smoky backdrop to it. So I'm a pretty big fan of that.
All
Tried
right.
the single barrel yet?
No, and I think that's probably on the end of this right here, but I'll ask you, this is your barrel agent.
So you're gonna have to let me know how that double wood rye is. You may have to sneak.
Down there on the end somewhere. I'll get to it.
Yeah, you may have to grab me a bottle of that before you leave. So
Okay.
Yeah. You'll have to let me know what's their best whiskey.
$29.99 plus Alabama tax of whatever Alabama tax is.
wait, how much?
$29.99.
29, $30.
$30. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
no, that's
did
a-
around and did the math
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good price. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm in. You
All right.
pick
No, I
one
should
out.
say they've got pretty good prices here. The only ones that are actually above $30 is the Muscadine Brandy,
Yeah.
the single malt whiskey, and the Alabama Tequila. They're
Okay.
all like 45.
Interesting. So, how'd you happen onto this place? Just literally searching.
I typed in breweries and distilleries near Auburn, Alabama, which is
Okay.
where I should be staying. And apparently, Opelika is part of Auburn or something very similar. And this is what come up to two breweries and the distillery, plus several other drinking holes. And I was actually going over to the brewery next door. And then I thought, I wonder if that distillery happens to still be open. And it was actually later than the brewery. And weirdly enough, I pulled in the parking lot and they was next door to each other. So I was like, well, it's a sign of the gods. So anyhow, I pulled in, and after talking to Caroline, found out the brewery closes at 8:00, even though they don't close to 11 here. So I run over real quick and had a beer and talked to Michael over there, who may join us in a little bit if we happen to still be on after 8:00.
Okay.
When he gets off, he may swing over by here and pop in as well, because
Are you-
I'm with friends everywhere I go.
Are you on Eastern time or are you still Central? You're surely
I
not.
think we're still central. Is that
Really?
right?
Yep, we are.
Yep, we're still central so far. I don't know where that breaks, but I think it's
Once
about
you get
Florida.
past the Florida Panhandle, I think that's when you.
Yeah, I think it's
Man.
about Florida.
I have no idea geography down that way.
Yeah, geography hard. I got it. So, anyways, and the point being is this was the ones that come up on Google, and I drove straight here and run over, had a beer, and then run over here and did this. I've got us some stuff from Red Clay Brewing's next door.
Okay.
Somebody Googles that, and then John Emerald Distillery is where we're at now. We might get to go back and actually take a look at their distilling equipment. It's like literally right behind you guys, and we
So
might go back,
what's John Emerald? Who is John Emerald?
So,
finding out.
There we go.
John Emerald is,
Somebody's eavesdropping.
well, yeah. John Emerald is, so it's a father and son company.
Okay.
There is John, who is not John Emerald, but there's John and Jimmy.
Okay.
John Emerald is John's father. So it
Okay.
goes John Emerald, Jimmy, or wow, I'm so bad at this. It goes John Emerald, John, and then Jimmy.
Okay.
And then
All right.
John and Jimmy are still around, hanging out all the time.
Nice. Okay. Nice. I always like to
They're
know like
amazing.
where that stuff comes from. So.
Oh yeah, and most of the spirits are actually named after people in the family. So the John Emerald whiskey is John Emerald. The Elizabeth vodka was actually a great aunt of John's. Key Wesley's gin, Gene spiced rum, like it's all family names.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, see, information I
Yeah.
did not have time to get because I decided to drink beer.
This is the most.
Also make
This
three
is
beers.
the most researched taste bud guys yet.
I know. I was just thinking of all the comments of like
This is Taste Bud Guys Live, man. This is up in progress. Hey, they also have 3 beers here as well.
Okay.
So,
Did they
end up trying one of
brew
them.
or
Yeah, apparently they have a brewery here as well. Like I said, we might
Wow.
get to go back and check it out in a little bit.
hey, this is off topic, but when did we have this Horny Goat Brewing Company?
That
I'm not
stuff is so bad.
Is it? I'm not sure why it's in my fridge. Did I make
you
it
want
bad?
to know why it's in the fridge? Okay, I can tell you why it's in the fridge. That was gotten back during July when we did 4th of July thing out at Colby's house.
Oh.
And that was brought there by, I think, Morgan and Christine.
All right.
And it's been out there in that old not freezer, whatever you call it, ice chest out on Colby's porch. And then when I cleaned that out here a while back, I brought it to the studio so we could get rid of the beer. And I think that one's terrible, but I mean, obviously,
It feels a little soft. But
my taste isn't your taste, so.
yeah, well, I'm gonna
Okay.
finish up this Tank 7 and give her a shot, but
That's a silver rum. Okay. They also make rum here, which I'm about to try. By the way, so far, I absolutely love the barrel-rested gin. Is fantastic. It takes away that smoky edge that the other gin had, but it also lends a little something there that I think that's the one I'm leaning towards at the moment.
So we've got a barrel-aged gin at the studio, right?
Yep. We got a couple of them, I think. At least one. Maybe a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then all their rum's made with Alabama sugarcane. So we get.
So rum, let me know how the rum is, because that's something that we've talked about before, and that like it's a spirit that I generally enjoy the taste of, especially in cocktails, right? But like drinking it straight, I find it to be a lot of times like it's like one note.
Okay, that's kind of where I just landed with that silver.
Yeah.
It's just like all the rums I have always come across as, like you said, kind of a one note thing, and I think it's because I don't know what to look for in them.
Okay.
I've also there's 2 more rums. I think I've only got one of them or 2 of them.
You got 2 of them.
Okay, there's actually tell me what it is.
Oh, the Gene spiced rum and then the barrel aged rum.
Okay, we have a spiced rum and a barrel aged rum.
Okay.
Which, you want to do shot show? Then I got lined up with all the shots, Lyle.
I know.
Oh my gosh. That spiced rum is
spicy.
like orange peel and anise. Is that what you said it was in? Yeah, orange peel and anise.
Okay.
Or anise. I don't know. I think she said it different than I say it, so mine sounds kind of bad.
Oh man. So.
Oh, that's really good. If you could bottle up Silver Dollar City,
yeah,
that's what this is.
Okay, so
that's really good.
That'd be an expensive bottle.
Would be expensive bottle. Wouldn't allow no guns either.
But it would sing the national anthem to
you. Yeah.
Okay, so how is that like drinking it straight? Because I really honestly want a rum that I can go to and just drink it neat, but I have not found one yet.
This one's pretty good. This is a mixed drink in a bottle, and that's their spiced rum.
That's what I'm always hoping it will be. But I went up to that rum bar near us where they have like 100 different rums, and I've been there a handful of times, and I always say like, get me something. I just want to drink rum neat. Give me something that you love to drink neat.
I don't think anybody in Ozarks knows.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I've done the same thing as you, and every time they hand me a bottle, it's like, oh, this is a $70 bottle, and then I get it, and I'm like, oh, it tastes like shit. So I don't. Yeah, no, it's just.
And nobody wants a $70 bottle.
It smells like shortcake and Christmas candles. Shortcake, whatever.
Patrick, are you drinking tonight, or are you just hanging out?
No, I'm drinking.
What are you drinking?
Taco Bell.
Oh, nice.
I dumped a whole bunch of Evan Williams in it.
Oh, there you go.
Your poor bathroom.
What's that?
Drinking Taco Bell in my poor bathroom. I get it. Oh, so you'll have to let me know what their best whiskey is. I'll probably bring me a bottle back.
Yeah, they've got I think 3 whiskeys counting the rye. There's a double wood rye, a double oak bourbon, which is what I'm really looking forward to, and with the double wood, and then they have a single barrel or single malt whiskey. She said the single malt was the biggest seller, so let's assume that's probably going to be the best one. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I think we generally agree that'll be the case, but we'll see what happens.
I like it.
Are you to
So
that?
the barrel aged rum is what I'm getting ready to try. It don't have near the nose. It's a little sweet, but that's about it. Oh man, but it's really bright and big.
Hey guys, how do I get a Rick?
How do you
get a Rick?
Yeah, because I popped in the StreamYard, so I see what you guys see in the private chat. He's just like giving you all the information. I need one of those.
I don't look at the private chat. That's a Lyle thing. I monitor the regular chat.
We almost rarely do due diligence and actually post stuff. Let's post some Rick comments here real quick, because
here's the thing you guys should know is whereas I take care of largely all of the taste bud stuff, when it comes to live, this is 100% Lyle. He does all the articles. He does all of the behind the scenes. He sets everything up. He has to deal with Monday nights is all about Lyle. So every time
he's saying that because when we mess up the audio, he's trying to pin this on me. It's not all me.
Hey, I will not make fun of your guys' audio anymore, because last time I did that, somebody hit a power pole outside my house and crashed the entire
I remember that. I was there on that one.
So, Rick's, he's fantastic. He feeds us all sorts of information. I will own up to the tech issues on Monday night. That is all me.
I wish I could blame Lyle. That's actually not Lyle. There's some weird stuff that goes on down there. I think it's Danny when he upset at the ghosts. I think
Danny.
Is that why you're not there? You didn't want to be by yourself for the ghost?
Yeah.
Lyle, I'm going to tell you, you would like this barrel-aged rum, the best of them. I'm going to tell you, I'm probably not going to bring you the barrel-aged rum because the spiced rum is more unique.
Okay. All right.
So,
fine.
Barrel-aged rum just tastes largely like a heavily oaked any spirit. You're going to have that same flavor profile. It's very good, but I think the spiced rum is way more unique. So that's probably the one I'll bring back if I bring a rum back. Though I'm still leaning towards the gin right now.
No, in my mind, you need to bring back the gin and the single malt whiskey, and then I still want to try that rye. This is the sweetest syrupy beer that I've ever had.
I hate that beer.
Is that the Horny Goat beer?
Yeah, it's salted.
Yeah, that's it. Salted caramel
brown ale. Now,
I don't like it at all.
That said, if you like sweet beers or you don't like beer, you probably like this. I can see this being a beer that so my wife loves salted caramel stuff, and I think this might be a beer that she would just dig hard into, but yeah, it's not my thing. I'm gonna drink it.
No, but I never did like that one. I didn't like it from the very first one.
So, oh man, Patrick, hit me with some football.
So, before Chris so rudely interrupted us on his own show, well, we were talking about the altercation. Are you talking about with Brady and Tyrann Mathieu?
Yes.
I'm still interested. I don't like how Mathieu handled it and saying that, I'm not going to repeat what he said because that just lets everybody's mind wonder. But it's football.
He kind of started the gossip train rolling, right?
Yeah, just say what he said or don't say anything about it because it's football. They're going to mouth each other.
Here's what I didn't like is that they, at least the way it was shown on TV, I don't know. I only seen the replay of it. What I didn't like is it certainly looked to me like Brady specifically walked up and I don't want to chase
he ran up
down. Yeah, I don't want to say chase down because that's a little extreme. But to paraphrase, chased down Mathieu to say something to him and then got penalized on it. And I thought
100%.
I was just like, come on, man. I was like, he come to him. So, again, and I don't know. I didn't get to hear what you guys said. I'm just going to throw this out there. We played like crap There's no way we could play a game that bad and win. I don't care what the reffing was like. We couldn't have won that game the way we played the other night. It was bad on our part. It was the worst game we played all year. That's unfortunate, is what it is. They won. Simple as that. I still don't like the way the calls went, but that really wouldn't have affected the game.
No, it would have been just less embarrassing.
Yeah, it'd put more score on the board. I agree, but I don't think it'd change the outcome.
No, it wouldn't change the outcome, but 100%, you guys know how the Bills fans feel. We came into Kansas City and played the worst game of our season.
Yeah,
and the similarities between the two games are just insane. And we'll dip into it.
But 2 years ago, they knocked us out of the playoffs as well over some really, really crappy calls in overtime that shouldn't happen. So, we were well aware.
It was the same quarterback, but different teams. I'm just saying.
Well, okay, that's fair. We meaning the duo of Tom Brady and
So here's my question, right? My question is that like, just my wife who doesn't watch football except for when she has to, she was like, well, I mean, like, if it's not fair, if that's a bogus call, then like, why do you even watch it, right? My question is like, do you think that there's a marketing bias? Because like, it was a pretty nice storyline for Brady to be like, oh, it's his last hurrah, and like he needs to show Belichick that he's the real talent of the team. Like there's so much branding and marketing.
Are you asking if I think it's WWE?
Yeah. I mean, a smidge, a little bit.
I think that it's less like there's certain stories they want.
Like they would have done the same thing for Drew Brees, but
I think there's certain stories that they want, and I think that sometimes the refs will try to get that story there, and they will make their presence known more than they should.
Yeah,
and but I don't think it's like pre-decided. I mean, you just can't do that. Not that many people playing a game. You can't do that. But I think the refs will, and I think even more than just the storyline. Yeah, it's the refs. They like football too. They get enamored by the same people, and Tom Brady is Tom Brady, so they get all excited and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Brady. Here's your flag."
Yeah. No, I think that's very, very well said. Let's see, what did Colby just pop in with?
Did you say that interception couldn't have changed the game? That was a 4-point team. The interception one that was a really bad call. That was the hold where they were looking for something. And no, I don't think it swung because Kansas City was not doing anything. I think that the worst thing the refs did with those about 3 really bad calls was they really hit the morale of the Kansas City Chiefs team. At that point, they were frustrated, they were angry, and then I don't think that helped their game any. So, no, I don't think that would have made the difference because Kansas City had not been playing good up until that point or after. So,
yeah, no, I think that's a fair statement. I think. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that again. I do think that like it would have been a less embarrassing loss. It would have been like a tighter game. So
you guys might have got a touchdown. Might have. Now
you didn't have to bring that up, Patrick.
All right.
You could have just left.
Obviously, like 90% of my friends are Chiefs fans, so I wasn't the nicest guy because I got a lot of it from. No, they can't call it tequila. Rick told us that. Mexican law states that tequila can only be produced in the state of Jalisco and limited municipalities in the states of. Yeah, you guys can read those in the chat. But anyway, so I was probably a little more obnoxious during this game than I usually am because of what they did after the Chiefs beat the Bills the 2 times. But I was still rooting for Kansas City the whole time. Like, I got over the loss and I was rooting for them. I was wearing my Kansas City hoodie.
Here's the thing. I think that, like, that's why I was talking about the marketing aspect of it is that, like, I think that the story with Brady was too good for them to like pass up because Mahomes is going to be there, right? Mahomes has got a long career ahead of him. And it's the same thing with Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen is not the darling that Mahomes is.
Not yet. Though with that baby face, it won't be long.
Yeah, I was going to say, It'll happen because that dude's super duper talented.
Mhm.
That Bills Chiefs game, it was pretty disappointing to watch because it was like, I know you guys are better than this. I know you're better than this. What's going on? You know?
That's what happened whenever we played you guys.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. Like that game was like it was. I watched the Packers game and just the tail end of it, and it was like nail biting, right?
Mhm.
And then I was really honed up for that Chiefs Bucks game, and like the end of the day, or Chiefs Bills game, and like end of the day, like it wasn't much of a game, and I was like,
nope.
I know that the Bills are better than that. So
It is a momentum swing, but again, Colby, they just had they're I can understand some of that, but they just didn't play. I mean, you're telling me that after halftime they couldn't have got their stuff together? This is Kansas City. You guys come down from 25 points. You guys have come back so many times in the playoffs.
yeah,
You're not going to let your morale get hit that bad.
that's fair. Let's go back to this agave spirit because they don't call it a tequila, correct, Chris? We're the ones calling it a tequila.
Because it's easier than saying a blue agave.
Chris is muted. Hang on. I gotta unmute him. You can't Chris, you muted yourself. We can't hear you.
He's talking though.
I know he's having a grand time. You got to unmute yourself. No, nope.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Is it
Okay,
there?
I'm sorry. I forget the alt mute button on my computer is just muting my speaker, not muting them. Anyway,
I didn't
sorry.
know
My
that.
bad.
I didn't know that I can't unmute a guest if they mute themselves. I thought I
I
had
didn't know that
absolute
either.
control.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Okay, my bad. Anyways, it's 100% Blue Weber agave. It's just they just call it an agave spirit up here. But hey,
Yeah.
check this out. Check this out. It's kind of depleting now. I think I've waited too long, but
Oh, what kind of smoked cocktail you got?
I don't know. I'm getting suggestions, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be an old fashioned of some kind. We're discussing which whiskey to use. She's saying the single malt's the one's most requested. I'm curious about making one out of that spiced rum, but also I think the double wood rye, without having had it, which I'm getting ready to try right now, is probably the way to go.
It's the double. Well, how is it?
Double wood rye is pretty good.
Yeah.
There's about 4 or 5 contenders here of what to take home yet.
So when they say double wood rye, I mean, like, what are they rolling at? Is that two separate?
2 barrels. So we've got a used bourbon barrel, right? Yes, probably, maybe. We're thinking. She's not 100% sure. So we're thinking it's probably a used, like you normally would, a new oak barrel, charred, all that stuff. And then we're thinking there's a good chance it may be pecan, but we're not sure about the rye. So it may also just be another oak barrel.
Hey, so this is a tangent, but that tequila ocho that we had that Colby brought us, we did the review the other
I don't
night.
think it's pecan on this one.
I don't know if he heard me or not.
Tequila Ocho, Colby had something, and then you faded out.
Okay, so we kept talking about how like strong the vanilla notes were in that, and how
Right.
it was sweet without being syrupy sweet, right? But there was no caramelization to it. It was just so bright sweet. So I was reading on their thing. So first of all, that bottle that we have is a limited edition bottle.
Of course it is.
That's not one of their normal lines. It's aged in a rum cask and a cognac cask.
Hopefully that one isn't signed by the distiller.
Hopefully, yeah. But one of the things they do with their tequilas, their añejos, when they rest them in bourbon barrels, is they will actually rinse, filter, however you want to phrase that, the whiskey out of the barrel. They'll put a cheaper tequila into the barrel to release the remaining whiskey out of the barrel and then flush it essentially, and then age their tequila in it, so that it doesn't take on those.
I wonder if that takes out the really high tannin area, by getting rid of the sap.
I'm thinking so. They say that there can be up to a gallon of whiskey in the wood of a barrel.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
So yeah.
Very
It's also insane that the gallon's a lot of liquid.
So this is single malt.
That almost has a speakeasy feel whenever I look behind you with all the wood.
I know, right? Yeah. We might be taking a trip down to Alabama soon.
Well, it depends on how good their whiskey
Only takes
is.
11 hours to get here, guys. If you're driving that little Nissan that work give me, it takes 3.5 tanks of fuel. I've never stopped for gas so much in my life.
Oh, Rick. All right. Rick is in the private chat. He is loading us up with info. Let's see here.
So,
That's pretty good too.
anyway, ask them how often they get hit by hurricanes.
Uh,
Maybe down there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Ask them how often they get in Alabama.
Yeah.
How often we get hit by hurricanes up here?
Yeah.
It comes in waves. We're
It comes in waves, she says. I mean,
Have waves.
duh.
poor choice of words.
No.
I mean, I should have seen that one coming.
No, we're tornadoes and hurricanes. We switch.
Oh, they have tornadoes and hurricanes here.
Yep.
We only get hurricanes in the middle of the world.
Nope. Tornadoes.
Yeah. Is
One of the two.
that what I said?
Mm.
You said hurricane.
So after that Super Bowl special that Up the Gut did last week, we are making some changes in how we do the show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I decided I like editing videos to stick in there. So I've been
seen
on a
you
roll.
put something up today, but I didn't. I was driving. I didn't get a chance to look at it.
Do you have a
Well,
video?
I thought it appeared on my phone. I assumed it was today. Maybe it was something late from
It
yesterday.
might have been yesterday or something. I don't know.
Okay.
We did some premieres, but we got one going. So, in any Super Bowl, they have an MVP.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it's the winning quarterback. And it was this year. But although Tom Brady played a good game, he was not the MVP of that game.
Who was the MVP?
Well,
Sure.
see, that's the thing. There's 3 guys, really there's Up the Gut consists of myself and Archibald, but we
Yeah.
have a contributor that's there every week, and Chad Juiced Up Ogre.
Right, and single
So-
malt.
I gathered up their stuff. We made a video of our nominees for the MVP of the Super Bowl, and I have a video that I will early premiere with you guys.
Let's-
if you're up for it.
I'm anxious now. I'm on the edge of my seat.
All right.
All right, I'm in.
All right. Let's just go ahead and take that full screen. All right, here we go. And these are the nominees for Super Bowl MVP. Can you guys hear it?
I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, hold on. Let me fix this. That was my bad.
It's also moving very slowly on my end.
Oh, here, I got an idea. Let me break into yours real quick. You guys talk amongst yourself. I'm going to load it in so it's a little bit easier.
Okay. Let's see. Now I got nothing to talk about.
I'm sorry. So basically, I'm going to load it in so we can just play it right off of your guys's and you can delete it later. But
hang on. We got some comment stuff that I got to roll back and find this. Let's see. Where is it? Rick is so on this shit. Let's see. Where is it?
again, I want to know where to get a Rick. Like, did you guys build him? Is this like your Siri or your other computerized program?
Yeah, you just have to. Here's what you have to do is just. Oh, there it is. That's the comment I was looking for. And the reason I was looking for that comment is because Rick, in his due diligence of research, has found the answer. There we go.
You guys are so lucky.
Rick is the antithesis of our entire channel of when people comment and they're like, why don't you do more research? I'm like, I don't want to know that much about what I'm drinking. I want to know if it's good when I purchase it, and then I'll learn about it if it's good.
See, that's what's really funny about this. Before you guys ever became a thing, I think you guys were doing this like a year before you actually went with it on YouTube. You guys were building it because Chris come to me and he said, "Hey, we're looking to start in this."
Yeah,
and I think I got like an early filming of one of your things, and I watched it. And this is like way over my head because I know if it tastes good or not.
That's all we care about. I mean, it's nice to have a little extra information just because it's nice to have some information, but I don't want to get hung up in the information. We're not that kind of podcast or whatever you want to call us. It just, there's people that has expert opinions that their entire livelihood's built around that. There's no point in us having to do that. If you want that information, all you got to do is Google it.
Yeah, go
what
to
Google is finding out someone, whether they really just, obviously anything that's in here, Caroline's going to tell us it's amazing. Does that mean it's amazing? No, that means she's paid to say it's amazing. So do we want it or not? I don't know. That's what you're going to tune in and tell me. But I can tell you Jared's already sent his order, and we're taking at least 2 bottles home. So if you guys need something as well, then
God, I hope you don't go broke on this because I plan on having one too.
Okay, we'll get them. We're gonna get them.
Chris has a Venmo.
Hey, Patrick, are you still coming up next Monday?
I haven't talked to my wife yet, but maybe.
Okay,
quite,
right, so maybe.
most likely.
What?
Okay.
Well, I have some booze that you guys need to try before I drink it all, and I need to be in studio because Tyler's done it way too many times.
I don't disagree.
So anyway, now that everything is queued up and hopefully I didn't mess it up, these are your nominees for most valuable player in the Super Bowl.
Okay. Yeah.
The one thing that's interesting, though, it didn't look like he was catching pass interference. It's just too aggressive. It's just too aggressive.
Oh, beautiful.
So the referees made it.
Yeah, no, that's good. Man, I actually I didn't see that punch to the head like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that one should have been a foul that they didn't even call.
Man.
And honestly, I think that one's one that's a play within the game. He happened to be falling as he was reaching out. It wasn't on purpose, but technically that's hands to the face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they call it for everyone else, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's got to be. There's got to be some consistency on the stuff. If it's going to be a high call game, then it's a high call game. And if it's letting stuff slide and letting them play ball, then that's what it is. Like, but it's weird when it's on. It felt like it was on one team on some calls were kind of bullshit. Like that one that hit the end zone. Like literally, if he caught it, would have been no.
He would have been 5 yards out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that one where Tony Romo said it was so aggressive. I made sure to put his audio in there as he reached around him like that. That was so aggressive.
So aggressive.
But, I had talked to someone about it after the game. I said, that's the one thing I've wanted more than anything is consistency in the calls. And I think the only way to do that, they had started to do this before, is to make every flag challengeable. You can challenge the ruling. But the problem is when they did that, they let the same refs that throw the flag, they let them review it. And that makes no sense because I guarantee they did like 15 of them and 15 come back said nope.
Yeah. Nuts.
So, but that was an early premiere of a video that you'll see more of that on Up the Gut Wednesdays, 6:30 Central Standard Time.
This is coming up this Wednesday, right?
This Wednesday, yes. This will be our post Super Bowl special.
I will be tuning in. Tyler, our buddy Tyler Weeks, I believe, will also be tuning in because he will be recording at the studio, and I will make him tune in because I will be tuning in.
I like it. But we got quite the show set up, and should be a good time. So look forward to seeing you guys there.
Awesome. Chris, do you have anything to say before we kind of wrap this at home and on the road version of Monday Night Live up?
Well, I am getting ready to order a drink, and I need to know whether I'm getting a Sazerac, an Old Fashioned, or what was the other option? Bourbon Smash. Bourbon Smash does not come smoked, though. And then if you guys want to see a tour of the back end, she said we could go back and look around if you want to see it.
Let's do that and then wrap this up. But I'm gonna
you have to stall for a few minutes. She's got to make a couple drinks. So
okay.
I sure hope you're doing the old fashioned.
Old fashioned is my leaning, but I'm curious what anybody else wants me to get.
Well, see,
so I do say they said the Sazerac rather than using a whatever that licorice flavored thing was, they use their gin instead. So I'm a little interested in the Sazerac as well.
I would go Sazerac, or what's the Bourbon Smash? What's that?
I don't know, but it's either got cherries or oranges, and I've never had a Bourbon Smash, so I don't know.
Here's the thing about
I've been smashed on bourbon once, but
or twice.
I think the old fashioned is maybe a little like too cliche, too vanilla for you.
But I think that's the standard. That's where you set your bar at.
Okay.
I mean, it's like when I go to a Mexican restaurant, I always order the fajitas.
What did you have that was smoked earlier? What was that?
I think you just had smoke.
It was just smoke. She just smoked it in the glass, and we was just talking about the drinks, and she just smoked the glass for me, and which made me think I wanted to smoke something. So it's either going to be a Sazerac or it's going to be an old fashioned.
I don't think that's legal down there.
Smoking? Maybe.
Smoking.
Democrats are in office now. It's going to be legal.
Not in Alabama. You got to move a county over, man.
Okay.
For the hippies to take over. Yeah. Oh man. Well, that sounds like you stumbled on some pretty good liquor. I'm anxious to try it.
I think I got very lucky when I come down. This seems like a really cool place. I got very lucky that there wasn't a lot of people here. So there's been a few people in and out if you've watched over my shoulder, but for the most part, it's been fairly empty. Sad for them. I know they would, of course, love to have a full venue tonight, but it is Monday night, and I've been very lucky that I got to come in here and just kind of take over.
Why don't you show off your threads a little bit there? Since
my number one?
Yeah, let's do a little spinny. There you go. We got those from Alex Raimundo from Number One Tequila. If you guys have not had a bottle of Number One Tequila, it's pretty dang good. What?
That's Alabama tequila. She's already got the rest of them put away. I got to give these back to her.
Oh, no.
Actually, she's been very accommodating. She told me I could bring anything I wanted over here, and that's why she smoked it's been very fun. So
Nice.
If you guys get a chance to go to John Emerald Distillery website, go over and give them a thumbs up and a like. And hey, thanks for letting Chris come in there and hang out for an hour.
Let's see here. 1 second. Let's see if I can I'll bring up their website. Bro.
I'm on their website right now because
they've been super, super nice.
Yeah.
I know it's been a little bit slow. It's not been too terrible inconvenient, but they didn't have to let me in here at all. So,
Oh, absolutely.
I'm on their website because someone didn't send me the menu of booze I could buy.
oh well, yeah, that too. If anybody wants anything brought back that I can deliver to them, please let me know.
Let's see. Oh, cocktail class. Maybe we could go down for the cocktail class. That makes sense for an 11-hour drive, right?
Them two dudes ain't as pretty as the waitress I've got.
Let's see. Where to buy? How far are they distributed? Let's see.
I don't know. Carolyn, you know how far
Hey.
they're distributed?
So we have a couple of places that we're all over Alabama, obviously. We're a little bit in Mississippi, we're a little bit just in our region, and then we go all the way out to like California, New York, Florida to go like
Okay.
to certain restaurants.
Okay.
So-
Did you guys catch that?
I did. And for those of us in Missouri, it looks like we can go to winefolder.com and pick it up. I don't see Missouri listed in their exceptions there.
And if y'all want us to distribute to you, just call us and let us know and we can get it out there.
Yep.
Oh,
so
well, we
Wine
may have to
Center.
talk to our local
There you
liquor store and see what we're working with here. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get enough calls for it, then we go all the way out.
We'll see if we can get you some calls for it.
Yeah.
So between the single malt whiskey and the double wood rye, which one was your favorite?
I like the double wood. So the single malt, fairly traditional, smooth, but fairly traditional. It's just about everything you would expect out of one. So, am I going to tell you it's anything extra special? Maybe not, but it is very good. If you like a straight single malt and you want something that's pretty smooth and very, very drinkable, that's the way to go. Double wood rye, I like. It doesn't have traditional rye characteristics, though. It's not bitey. It's not spicy necessarily. Very smooth. Everything they've got is very smooth. I should point that out. Even their vodka. I like the double oak bourbon a lot. I think that's one of the ones that I would probably consider taking home.
Really?
Again, because of how high of a wood flavor it's got in it. Versus its bitiness, it's really quick to drink, and I think that's probably what I'm going to have my. I'm probably going to have my old fashioned made out of double wood rye. The other one I thought was an absolute standout. The barrel aged rum is very, very good. I'd say it's one of the best drinks up here. However, it tastes like most barrel aged spirits, so it's heavy wood flavored. That being said, it's only unique because it's made out of a rum, not necessarily because its flavor profile is particularly unique. Their spiced rum, I think, is very unique, and that's probably the one I'm going to bring home just because I really, really love. It's almost cocktail in a glass. It's kind of like some of the other ones we've had a lot, where it really, really has a nice sweet, got a lot of orange peel, got the anise, got a lot going on in it. So I think that one is super unique. Their silver rum, so I'm looking at the sign over here so I can remember them all. Their silver rum, very smooth. I mean, I say that about every one of them because they all are. And all of these, I think the lowest thing I've seen was 40%. All of them is like between 40 and 45, I believe.
Right.
Both the gins, I really like both the gins a lot. Their traditional gin, if we're talking about comparing it to, I don't know, what would I compare it to? Maybe it's not as floral as, say, what's the name of that one, Lyle, we always get with the lemon twist?
All Day Sapphire.
Yeah, Bombay. It's not as floral as that, but it's as smooth as that.
Okay.
Meaning the flavor profile just doesn't have that bitey high note that a lot of gins have. But it still falls in more of the line of, say, Seagram's or something. It doesn't have quite the juniper characteristics and the dry characteristics that, say, Hendrick's has. I don't know if you'd even want to call this a really dry gin or not. It might be more considered a little bit wet gin or something, but it's very good. I like the barrel aged version, but that's the first barrel aged version I've had, so I don't really know what to compare that to. But I really did like it a lot. It added something to it.
All right.
The Scotch. Shit, sorry, they don't have a Scotch. Their vodka is also oddly good, but that's because it don't taste like a good vodka is supposed to, where it does taste like nothing. This actually tastes more like a gin, which I really like. It actually has a nice high notes and a little bit of flavor profile that comes out in it. So I didn't find anything up here that I particularly disliked at all. The Muscadine brandy was pretty unique, but it didn't have the smoke notes that Muscadine typically has, but it was still really good in its own right. I wish I knew more about brandy so I could tell you something about it, but unfortunately, I don't. So I think.
Right. Well, let's do this. Why don't you grab your cocktail? Why don't you
in public?
What's that?
I said in public?
Yeah. Grab your cocktail. And why don't you, if you don't mind, bring back some bottles.
We're going to.
Obviously, you have the orders. Bring back some bottles. Take some, grab some cell phone footage of stuff. Let's throw that into the episode when we do a review of this, of which I'm sure we'll do a review.
Yep.
Let's call it a night on that. But dude, thanks for popping in, Patrick. Thanks for popping in. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right,
Chris. I want the rye. Bring me back a bottle of the rye.
On it, man.
Thanks, guys.
John Emerald Distillery, right?
John Emerald Distillery.
All right.
Opelika. Which one is it? Opelika, Alabama. It's kind of weird because you want to say it the way Missouri says it, and you thought that can't be right, and it is right.
Because it's Alabama. Yeah.
It's Alabama. Yeah, they're kind of kin folk, I think.
Because the Ozarks are kind of we're kin.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Until next time.
All right, man. All I've got's water, unfortunately. I ain't got around to get my drink, so.
It's all right.
Whether it be the distillery you're visiting.
The Taco Bell you're drinking.
There we go. Grab a buddy and try something new. Guys, thanks for joining. We'll see you next Monday, if not before.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes. Wednesday, podcast with Patrick. Yes. All right. See you guys. Have a good one.